Hey, what's going on, guys? I recently had a chance to talk to Mr. Terry from EzLivin Express. Just off the cuff, spoke about anything, mostly obviously about trucking, his side of business, and autism, and his show that is coming up in, hold on a sec, October 9th. It's called the Show and Shine for a Special Kind. They're trying to raise, I believe, $25,000 to raise money for the Little Learners Spectrum Center, which is also located in Farmington, Missouri. So anyways, check out the video. If anything, I'll give you some information about the show down below in the comments and detail section. And check it out. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, no problem. You guys enjoy it.
So you done all this by yourself?
Now, sir, we had some help with some local guys there at home. White Trash Customs did a lot of the work. Bradley Wilson out of Poplar Bluff done the airbrush work on it. He's the one that painted the mural on the back, done my tattoos, painted the floor and the door panels.
And who's that girl in the back?
That's the wife. She's my partner in crime, usually along with me, but she didn't want to fly up here on the trip. Decided she'd go do some before school shopping with Joe today.
And that's actually like the first truck show I seen you without the wifey and the kids, right?
It don't happen very often.
Because I usually see the kids with you on every single truck show I go to, right?
Yep. We used, the first year we built this truck, we did 17 shows with all 4 of them. That's why we did the wraparound couch in the back so everybody could ride along.
And let me ask you this, because I've always wanted to, I've always wondered, you're like, the whole theme is like, you know, America, flags and red, white, and blue. What made you do that?
I'm proud to be an American. It's got a lot of problems going on right now, but we're still proud of it. And like to see some people stand up for it and bring it back to a better time like it used to be. But hopefully we can get some people to stand up for what's right and what's we went with the Route 66 theme that we carried out through the whole truck. We're out of Missouri. Route 66 is a big part of Missouri's heritage and America's heritage.
And check that out.
The Mother Road.
This little thing right there, the Whataburger 66.
Gotta have it. We actually, almost all of my drivers has a Whataburger tag with their truck number on it.
And I gotta say this, I hate burgers, but Whataburger is one of the best burgers I've ever eaten. And you gotta go to Oklahoma.
Oklahoma or Texas.
I've asked so many people, like, what's the difference between like Whataburger and every other like burger joint? And you know, a lot of people say it's like, well, the flavor or whatever, like a lot of people like In-N-Out or something like that, or you know, like Wendy's, which I hate Wendy's because I'm from Jersey and we got so many Wendy's, so many McDonald's,
yep,
that I'm just sick of it. But Whataburgers, we don't have it. And like sometimes I think like maybe I like it because we don't have it.
Yep.
So maybe that's why I don't have it like on, you know, I have it like occasionally because I'm not a fast food joint kind of person. But when I go to Oklahoma, Texas, bro, man, that's
gotta get the Whataburger, gotta get the spicy ketchup.
But a lot of people told me like it's cows from Oklahoma, grass-fed. You know, Oklahoma grass, it's different. That's why maybe they taste different.
I don't know. They sold out to a place in Chicago. It's not as good as what it used to be.
So is it
everything's
like
everything's got to make a change.
But is it like a Whataburger joint, or is it like a different?
Like the corporate deal, like sold out. It was Texas owned and based originally, and then now it's sold out. Like it started in Corpus Christi.
Okay. See that? I don't know. I mean.
All right, man, appreciate it.
What is that? A stop by our event photo booth? Oh, okay.
Selling some pictures.
Right, your truck is worth it, whatever, you know. I like the details. The details are all over. I mean, your truck is like...
That's what a lot of people miss, is how much details is in this truck. Everything, I mean, when we went through this, we did a frame-off build on it. It's right around 5 years ago we started it. And... completely cut and shaved door handles on cabin, sleeper, motors all done, detailed to match. The stripes on the outside of the hood are done on the inside of the hood. The dash was fully pulled out of the truck, body worked and smoothed out and painted, or a lot of people just paint over the texture. It was done a little bit different and done right. This truck we built when we were kind of doing more custom trucks and trying to do them for hire. That business is up and down. You never know how many you're going to sell or when you're going to sell. It wasn't a good steady source of income. We still build a few trucks, but we've slowed down on doing that. But this truck here we try to build to highlight what we could do with one. This is the longest I've ever kept any truck that I've personally drove.
Yeah, all I've known you like for a couple of years, and you've been driving this one for the longest time.
I've been actually driving this one a little over 4 years now that I've been running it. It's getting ready to go through some changes hopefully this fall. Want to change a few things up on the truck. We started out.
Do you want to sell it or?
No, I plan on keeping it. I mean, everything's for sale at the right price, but right now we're keeping it. We changed the visor on it this year and did the bus glass in it.
Yeah, I was about to ask you because you did change because you had it different, right?
Yep, it had a fiberglass visor on it originally to start. Like RLK services, the visors they make, it's got a clean look. Really changed the looks of the truck, especially from the outside. Give us a little more vision on the inside.
Because you had the Route 66 theme behind it.
Yep. And changed it up and went glass. I always admired on other people's trucks and put it in here and really liked the way it turned out. First of a few changes that we've got in store.
Listen, like you said, if there's a price to it, then you're ready to sell it. Simple as that. Because I mean, that's the next one here. That's a brand new one, or
that's new to us. It's an 09. That truck we changed the last minute and went with an autism theme. I was in the process of putting that truck together and striping it. Had Serape logo made and was going to stripe it and try the Mexican blanket, the Serape print logo on it. And my youngest daughter actually got her diagnosis last fall when we were building that truck. So I changed it up and went with the autism theme to support her and raise awareness on it. We are going to be hosting a show in October 9th there in Missouri, Farmington, Missouri. Will be our first show. There's an autism school that they're wanting to get started in Farmington where kids can go in and get all their services that we're currently having to drive an hour and a half one way to a couple times a week and get it in. They would like to see a full-time school there, kindergarten through 12th.
So that show is going to benefit the autism?
It's to help it get it off the ground. that school has to have $25,000 raised to open the doors and actually get it going. And they were looking for public support. Casey got wind of it. She wanted to do whatever she could to get in there and help. We've met some of the best people in the world through doing truck shows. That's how I met you. We've met I can't even start to name them all. They're just truly great people that we've met doing this.
And you've been consistent. You've been coming to many truck shows. You've been
and we've met great people from the East Coast to California and all in between. And you run into them different places you go and travel. And when we found out that there was a need to raise a good amount of money at home, it's like, what can we do? And truck shows is one of the only things that we know that we can do, that we can reach out. And truckers have big hearts, especially when it comes to kids. They like doing what they can to help out. We put the word out there, and we've had sponsors jumping on board left and right. It's kind of snowballed. It's done better than what I kind of expected it to already. I think she's over halfway there on reaching her goal just through the truck show.
Yeah, the funny thing is though, like everybody knocks on New Jersey though.
Yep.
Like, I live in New Jersey. I'm from Jersey, and potholes and expensive tolls, this and that. But New Jersey, New Jersey, as far as autism, they got the biggest heart. Like, they really help out children, hospitals, schools, whatever. When they're the biggest, sponsors to autism.
Yep.
Is one of the biggest states than any other state in the country for autism. I don't know why.
Right.
But I've been hearing that if you got a kid with autism, then living in Jersey, they really give you a hand and they really help out.
We have been fighting to get services for Jolie. Once you got her diagnosis, there's just a long, slow process that you have to go through, and we're slowly getting through there and making progress. She's doing good. She runs a little bit behind compared to kids, her age, but she's very intelligent and very smart, and we enjoy the heck out of her. She enjoys going to shows, and hate she missed this one being so far away, but she'll be back with us shows closer to home. So.
So what is that? One axle, right?
Yep. So we run a single axle truck, single axle trailer. I built this truck to set up to do what we do, which the main thing we haul is the high top vans. We do Fords out of Missouri. We do Dodges out of South Texas. We do the Mercedes out of the port down in South Carolina. We do Nissan NVs out of Mississippi, and that is the main thing that we move is the big high top vans. They don't weigh anything; they just take up a lot of space. So we went with a long wheelbase. I can get 3 of the biggest ones that they make on the truck, which pays off as a pretty good payload for me. And with the single axle truck and trailer, I get around 8 miles to a gallon loaded. Coming up here, I brought an empty trailer up that I sold to a gentleman. I got over 10 coming up here. I'm a little over half a tank right now, and we're 1,200 miles away from home.
How many trucks you got?
Right now we're running 8 trucks. When I cut back, we swore we'd never get big again. We've really have been blessed with a good crew of guys that we have right now. Everybody that I have working for me right now, there's not any of them that I don't view and see as a partner in the business and are an asset to the company. At one time when we was running 15 trucks, we had just filled seats with whoever come along and put in an application. And once you get into that situation, you set yourself up for some hard times and stress and failure.
Let me ask you this. Besides trucking,
Yep.
besides autism, what else?
I run a full-time dealership there at the shop. We buy and sell trailers. It's kind of related in with the car hauling business. Keeps us going. Hobbies, I never have been really a hobby guy or a downtime
No
guy.
fishing, no hunting, none of that stuff?
No, if I sit still to do either, I fall asleep.
Really? No doubt.
I stay going all the time. We like to travel.
Because you got a shop, right? You got
Yep.
a shop also that fixes and
Yep. Does trucks
customization and stuff like
yep.
that. Yeah, I figured you would surprise me with like, I love hunting, I love bear hunting, or something like that. You know what I mean?
We just don't have the time for it, and everybody.
Which I believe you because you
Yep.
go to so many truck shows a year. I mean, this is a working horse. It makes money,
Yep.
and it's a working daily truck. And you bring it here to the show. It's nice, like everybody can see. It's,
It's hard to keep up with one. When we done the American Truck Show circuit, that was an extremely hard judge class where you had to be on point to do it. And showing at that level, everybody should do it once just to understand what goes into it. But at the same time, I don't know that I'd ever want to show at that level again, especially trying to work a truck. If you would get a good truck wash, and that was rare, but if you got a good truck wash, it would take 4 to 5 days of 16, 18 hours a day to get the truck prepped and cleaned for a show like that. And it was interesting, and it was a good learning curve, but it's hard to do when you're a smaller owner operator.
Well, no, it takes a lot of time and effort because many
Time,
people do
effort,
not
money.
see that. They
Yep.
just see the finished product.
Yep.
Like everything is shining, everything is perfection, ready for you to see it, but they don't see the process that it takes to get there.
It's always one of the bigger compliments that you get at a show when you hear people go by and either underneath their breath or maybe they'll say it when they get 50 yards down the road in front of the truck. They'll be like, that truck don't even work. And that's when you know that you've dialed it in and done your job cleaning the truck up for the show.
Yeah, no doubt. Hey, listen, it's been nice talking to you.
Man, always good talking to you.
Okay. Oh man.
But
That picture though, that intimidates me.
I-
she's looking down and
I used to have the pictures on the inside of the visor, on my other visor. And this winter, I had
Well, you
I had company
definitely-
drivers in this truck.
I can't. There's no way you could have that picture. I'm behind the visor because
Yep.
my concentration would.
Well, I had that one, and I think the blue one was on my other visor, on the back side of the visor. But then I had other drivers in it, and I was like, so I changed it to this visor. That was the main reason why I changed visors. And then now I've been back in my truck for they only drove it a couple weeks, when I had trucks down this winter. So I've been back in mine, and I hated not having the pictures and stuff. So I called my printing shop and just had them done on stickers. And I've got a few sets of them made. So if I have a truck down, I have to put a driver in here, I can peel them right off and then throw another set on when I got to get in.
So you do got drivers driving this?
Yeah, I had, this truck actually had company drivers in it like 3 different times this winter. I had a truck go down out on the road. I put this truck on a hook, sent it out to the driver, and had let him drive this truck and had his towed home while I had it in the shop for 3 weeks. That Kenworth went down. I had Sean in it for 3 weeks while I had his down. So yeah, 6 or 8 weeks this winter it had a driver in it.
I thought you were like the only man that
I had been the only one to drive it up until then, and it's like I said, we've got a partnership, a true partnership with the guys that I've got now. And I mean, if I can't trust them to drive this one, I shouldn't trust them to drive the one sitting next to us, you know. And it's just that kind of deal. And you know, all the guys that I've got right now, they keep the trucks clean enough and nice enough to where if, you know, I needed to get in Sean's truck and take a load tomorrow, I wouldn't have to go, oh man, you know, I'd sleep on top of the mattress type, or sleep on top of the blanket type deal. You can get in the truck and go and not have to worry about it.
I love the floor. I mean, it's so it's like, it's I don't know, what is it?
It's fiberglass. That is one of John at Badass Customs. That's one of his fiberglass floors, and we airbrush it to make it look wood. Crazy ideal I've thought about, and
yeah, it looks legit. Let me show it again. It's like slippery. It's really hard.
I keep rugs on it when we're running down the road, and it's held up good for just a painted floor.
Hey, guys, we'll see you later, man. Thank you.